right, second time's a charm. Yes, it is. So we are going to be sharing with you today a tool for tutors that can help you with being able to take content, repurpose it, and use it in a whole other way. So let's say you had a blog post. You are going to be able to take that blog post and turn it into a video, which is pretty cool, right? So that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you a video that I have put together for you so that you guys can see that. Let me share my screen with you right here. Share my computer sound. And we're going to come right here. I was able to create that entire video, kind of sharing what it is that I'm doing and all of that great stuff with people. Let's see if I can get this to exit out now. Let's bring it down. There we go. Using a tool called Invideo. So we're going to take a look today. How can I take content and be able to utilize that content in a way that doesn't require me to like come up with something off like from nowhere, right? That's one of the biggest things. It's like, what do I write about or what do I create content about? Well, if you're creating one piece of content, let's say you're doing a blog post, you'll be able to turn pieces of that blog post into a video. And today, Ashley DiMercurio from Your Reading Tutor, yourreadingtutor.com has volunteered to let me make a video of one of her blog posts. And as a gift, I'm going to give her that video. So I'm going to go to her blog right here. And we're going to go to the 10 steps to a more confident reader. Now I'm going to come down here. We have, here are 10 steps to being a more confident reader. I'm going to start taking this and I'm going to create a brand new video. I'm going to bring this on over here so that I can change the size and see everything, because that's really important. I'm going to go to create this and I'm going to create a brand new video. I'm going to bring this on over here so that I can change the size and see everything. There we go. I had to turn off my, I had to turn myself off, which means I have to go back on. I'm not sure why Invideo just locked me out, but we'll go back to Invideo. All of a sudden I started talking, I'm like, oh, something's on that I should not be talking to myself. So here we go. We're going to create a new video. And we're into that same spot. So I want to put both of these pieces on the same screen so that I can see everything. Here we go. We're going to do this and we're going to add Ashley's on here as well. You're reading tutor.com. And I'm going to make this bigger so that it's better. I'm going to hit blog on here. And I'm going to click here. Now there's two things that I can do. I think I can actually just take the link and it would create it, but her blog post is a little long, so I wouldn't be able to use all of it inside of the video. But let's take a look what happens when I do that. So I can go to like article to video. And let's say I want to make a YouTube, I can do that. And then I just choose, I can actually choose something that is already here. It is already kind of like a theme that is going on with it. And I can choose whatever theme I would like to be able to utilize. So I am going to click on, let's say this one right here. Use this template. And I'm going to add, I can add my story here, add your URL here. And it will scrape it. So fetch. And now it's loading. And the other thing that I can do is I could just create my own story. I could say, okay, I want to use this piece of it, this piece of the content, and I could just copy paste inside of the text box editor. But here it is. I can now say, okay, I want to be able to use this information, and now I can add a story here. So let's see, it says auto summarize. See how it just brought it on over there?
Wow.
Now, if I wanted to delete anything, I could do that. Now this instant download, like this one doesn't. So it says here, you can help. I always like to read it ahead of time. You can help your child be a more confident reader. One way we can improve motivation in readers is first to build up their confidence. Here are 10 steps to help your child be a confident reader. All right, now this one here, scene 5, this one doesn't make sense. So I want to make sure that I actually have each one. So it's right here, be a role model for reading, make reading relevant, read about things your child is interested in. Use the word yet. I'm trying to see, where is that over here? First, see themselves as readers. Use the word yet. Okay, so that was this part right here. So maybe I want to use like this. I can add that in there and then I can move it. I can move it into place. Did it move it right on in there? Teach them about growth mindset. Yeah. So there it is. It added it right in the right spot too. How cool is that? Right. So I just click that on in there and bam, it's ready. Maybe I want to use the word yet. Now I can have up to 30 scenes. I can delete any scene that I don't want there, and I can add any scene I want into there. So let's say I do not want, don't overcorrect them. We've got that one. Think of ways to practice reading that will take the pressure off. Perfect. You can let them read alone sometimes so that they aren't feeling fearing judgment. Let them listen to audiobooks. If your child is in a traditional school setting, they are already working hard. Maybe this is one I want to take out right here. And then there it is, it goes away. Let them, there are so many games you can play. So maybe I say play games and have fun instead. I do that one. And then maybe there are so many games you can play. I delete that one. Play games and have fun. Maybe I like the way that sounds better. Get your kids excited and motivated to read. So that is here, perfect. Download the Threestep reading reward system. So maybe that's something that she would have in her description of her video is what those 3 steps would be. Make reading relevant for your child. Read about things your child's interested in or about places you'll be visiting. Try out several games and topics until you find what your child is excited to read. Until you find what your child, I'm going to put here likes because I do know that it doesn't like too many words on there, and we'll say it's too long. Be safe. Be a safe place for your child to practice. I'm just going to delete this one out. As parents, we often want to push kids to reach their potential, but it's okay to let them read the book that they are comfortable with. So let's see, where is that one? As parents, because this one's kind of long. Try out several. Make reading goals for your child. So I'm just kind of taking a look over here. Make reading goals with your child's up here. Give them as much choice as possible. Good. So then what I want to take out, give them at least, is I even let my child read for the extended, this one right here. I want to get rid of this one and this one, but I want to add this one. Boom. So now that goes right on in, because like the beginning of her thing was all about what the actual tip was. So I want to make sure that those are there, which makes it really nice. I could get rid of this one. My 3-step reading reward system is a quick and simple way to start helping your child see themselves as readers. She might want to keep that one in there. Each time they add a sticker to the chart, they're getting choose incentive. If you have a struggling reader at home, take it one day at a time. Comment below and let me know which step you will implement with your child, which is great because we do want to get engagement, which is great. We might even just like take off the my 3-step reading reward system, just add it as a link, do this one, and then delete this one here and this one here, because you'll see that now we're down to 22 scenes. Really, you want this to be like under 3-minute video. So now I can go to my storyboard and watch what happens. It loads. How weird is that?
Whoa.
Whoa. Is anybody like totally in shock right now?
So crazy.
I know. And what's kind of cool about this, you know how inside of Pinterest, they have like the new video posts?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was already thinking about this, how it would be so
They already
helpful.
they have an advanced storyboard for Pinterest.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Suzanne is gonna like love this.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh
So
my goodness.
take a look here. Now I can drag and drop media. So watch this, you guys, because here's something I was talking with Suzanne the other day, and she's like, you know, they don't like talking heads. They
Oh,
like movement.
huh.
So that's cool. I actually do like this as a blank with like nothing behind it. I think it looks pretty cool there. But now I want my tips to stand out. So I can drag and drop. It says help your reader become more confident. So I'm going to put here reading books and see what kind of videos I get. And I've got this cutie pie right here reading a book. So here we go. I can add this on in and I can choose how long I want it to be. Now I have found that it actually works to really have just like a 6-second 6 seconds. Where was my, I'm going to go to done. There's when I go to edit here, I can click on edit on the side and I can change that. This is only going to be up for like 5 or 6 seconds. That will cut down on the amount of time of the whole entire video. So it's not as long. It's nice and short. But if you see over, if I go to video edit, I can go to trim video and I could just go to like 5 or 6 seconds of it. Done. And there's another button too that I can click to make that process go quickly. But see how nice that looks? You can even add your own colors inside of here, which is pretty cool.
It has your logo too, which is awesome.
It does have my logo. Oh, I'm going to want to take that out though for this because I told her I'd give her this video.
Oh, right. But I'm just saying like.
No, I'm glad you said that because I can't give it to her if it's got my logo all over it.
Right, right. But for a tutor that's using it, it would be really helpful to have their logo on
Exactly,
there. So
exactly. So I can just save that right there. And now it's there. Edit. Sometimes it takes a couple seconds for it to kind of show on up inside of there. And it's something else that you can do. Let's say that you had tweeted about this and somebody left a comment. You could actually add social media comments inside of there.
whoa, wait.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
cool. Yeah. So let's see if there's anything for like the word confidence here. And these are all royalty-free images and videos. So
that was gonna be my next question.
yeah, so then you don't have to worry so much about all that crazy stuff, right? So here we go again. Let's say that I only want to again do about 5 seconds of it. I can do that. Let's see what happens when I go here. 6, done. And there it is, which makes it really, really nice. There's also an advanced editor that I can switch into if I wanted to do that. I'm not sure why my video is not, is my video showing up for this one? It's not, I got rid of it for some reason. Let's see what happens when I hit play. Does it show up? No, get rid of it. So I want to go back. I'll put in here reading books, and I'll put that it'll show up that nice little cute girl that we had before. We just drag it into the media. We say that we want it to be just 6 seconds, 6 or 7 seconds. Done. And now there it is. So I can keep adding these videos that kind of go with it. And sometimes they'll find videos that will automatically like fit it. And then you can either save it or you can change it. So let's see what we have so far. I'm going to show you guys. It does take a second for it to kind of brand, but remember, we only added a couple of videos at this point in time. I do have to go on in, and I do have to take out my logo for each of them since I'm giving this to Ashley.
Oh, Christina has a question.
Yeah.
How long was the learning curve for you for this
Oh my gosh.
program? I'm assuming.
You would think it would be like a super long learning curve, but I'll be honest, I played with it for an hour and I was able to create 2 videos.
Wow. I'm loving the music selections, to be honest.
And you can change the music selection. So you just come on over to music. And you can choose even like the mood that you want. Let's say we want a nice bright mood.
Angry. I love that angry is an option. But
A walk in the park. We've got Down with Paradise. Honey and Milk. Intentions. I think I tell you, this is where I spend the most time. Like, oh, what music do I want? And then I want to listen to them all because I'm like, oh, which one do I like the best? So it really wasn't that like it took me a long time to learn because it's drag and drop simple. And I only like drag and drop simple. I'll be honest with you when it comes to tech. Like when it's drag and drop simple, I'm a happy girl. That's a little too serious for me. So this is where I end up spending my time. So I might be like, you know what, maybe it's not bright. Maybe it's happy that I want, or inspirational, maybe inspirational, right? All right, let's see what we got for inspiration. We've got ammo. And we got awakening. I like that one. Let's select that. So we've selected that, and now it's automatically made the change inside of here. So that's really a cool thing that we can do. And you see how easy this is, right? Like I'm not doing anything. Now I can go into the advanced editor. Will it keep everything that I have so far? That's the question. It might have me start from scratch, but it saved my project, so I should be good. But yeah, here it is. Here's the advanced now. So if I just click X on here, where's my buttons? There we go. Awesome. Now I have all of my things right at the bottom, and I can take a look and I can say, okay, we've got, I could duplicate a scene. Let's say I wanted to duplicate it. I can totally duplicate it. I'm going to put no because I actually hit that button just now on accident. But this one is where I know that I wanted to, there was a different button that kind of came on up for me when I had done the editing of this. I noticed I needed it to be a little bit longer. Because it kind of like jumped into it. So sometimes you just have to play with it a little bit. But now if we click on this screen, we can actually like preview that, just that screen to see what it looks like. And sometimes the preview doesn't have all of the things on there. So here we go. It says you can help your child become a more confident reader. Awesome. And we're going to go to branding here because I can go to custom branding. I can brand it with my colors and I can brand it. So here are my colors and I can just hit here, apply, and it will automatically take the colors that I have branded and move them here. And I actually noticed that Ashley has very similar colors to me. At least she does on the headset of her logo that she has. And so now every single screen will be branded with those colors. So even this just changed over here.
So Christina has another question. Does this edit videos you have already created also, or is this more of a turn your stuff into a video program?
It is both. It is both. The thing that I found a little clunky. So you know how I create my regular video on for Monday's video.
Mm-hmm.
That video, to put it in here and then to add the text, I couldn't chop it up the way I would normally chop it up inside of Revideo. There might be a way. That piece of it I haven't been able to work out as much to say like, okay, I'm going to completely make a switch over to Invideo. But I do like that it has the ability to be able to take current content that you have and you can now express it in another way. So let me show you what I do. This is saved. So let me show you what I did with my other stuff here. I'm going to go to projects. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. We're going to go to this one here. Oh, I did create, I'm actually pretty stoked about this. I created my brand new intro in here. So you guys may have noticed on Monday, for those of you that pay attention, I loved this. It was a very similar, I knew I needed to create a new intro, right? And this is very similar. It's very similar to what I had, yet it now has my new branding on there. Awesome. So I love that you could easily create an intro outro like that. And then this one right here, this is the one that I created for Pinterest that I'll show you, that I took my, I was thinking like, instead of taking all of the ideas, I just took some of the ideas from my video and I placed it inside of this one. And notice that it's vertical for Pinterest. So that one I created as like a teaser for my other videos. So it worked really great to be able to create that. And that took me 10 to 15 minutes to be able to create. And it was it was the second thing that I created using this tool. And I was like, okay, the very first thing I created took me 5 minutes to create. The next thing took me 10 or 15 minutes. And then when I created my longer one, the create a website in a weekend, that one took me like an hour, just because I was futzing around with every single video, with every single, making sure the wording was right and all of that kind of stuff. So that one did take me a little bit longer. But again, you have to remember, I'm a newbie at this, right? Like this is my very first time ever utilizing this platform. I feel like now that I know the ins and outs of it, I'm able to create the videos a lot quicker than I was able to do before. So I get that, like the thing, it's actually kind of fun because you're taking content that you are able to repurpose to be able to do it. So let's go back to our, where we were before with Ashley's. And I'm going to show you how quick I can do this. I'm just going to drop in the videos. I'm not going to play with the times or anything. Just show you how quick this works. So let's go back to projects.
The overall design of it kind of looks like Canva. In fact, like Canva for video.
It really kind of does. It does. And so if you are familiar already with using Canva, this is another great problem. Now, you don't have to use just videos as well. You can upload images. You can upload your own videos.
Cool.
I saw people who had like different takes and they transitioned. They had some really cool stuff that they had done. Like there's a guy on a skateboard and now he is like showing himself, explaining how to do some of the different tricks. And then he goes out and then he shows it, right? So it's like if you had all these like different clips, you could easily put them together to create a pretty well transitioned video. It is great every 7 seconds to have your video changing because people are going to be more pulled towards it to be able to watch it. So we're going to come here. I'm going to edit and take off my branding. But know that that is one of the cool things about it is that you can easily brand it. Like I would never have to add that on there again. It's always there. It would be there for every single video, right? So it makes it a little bit harder for people to kind of steal your stuff. And that is something that we do have to think about. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put steps because I really do like some of the steps stuff that they have. And I could even do it where I've got, oh, I like the steps to heaven. Let's do that. We're just going to add that in. Boom. Done.
It's like reading is the final destination.
Yeah,
on your journey, you know? So
yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Let's add mindset. We've got growth mindset. That's exactly what she was talking about. Right? So that fits in perfectly. Do you see how easy that was? Like I didn't even have to like sit there and stare at it. Now I may find out after I like watch this, like, oh, I don't really like that. Well, then I just change it, right? Use the word yet and get them to see through that they can do it. They can learn how. So maybe I use here, smiling kid. I don't know. Let's see what we can get. And sometimes nothing will come on up for some of the stuff, but I've actually been surprised at how many things I've been able to type in, and there's been like a video that will like just pop on up for it. I can even just switch on over to like kids. There we go. We got some smiling kids, right? I want to go with an older kid. You want to go with pictures and images that will represent your ideal student. So I know that Ashley works with younger kids. So I want to do this. Let's say though I'm an ACT tutor. That wouldn't be the image I would want, right? I would want to choose one of these older kids up here and put that in instead. Don't overcorrect your child when you are reading with them. So I'm going to put here reading with kid. Here we go. Got a mom and a daughter reading together. Cool. And I have to remember to go like this. Oh, I have to edit. I will edit out all of those. I promise, Ashley. I don't want you to have a video that all of a sudden you're like, hey, why does it say online tutor coach LLC on every single one?
So,
oh, it got rid of my video when I did that. I wanted to just click there. But here's the thing. Look, you make a mistake. Watch what happens. You just hit that back button, just like anything else, right? And it puts your stuff back.
The back button is like my favorite button on any program, to be honest.
Right? So true. So now I can just click there and we've got it.
So Unike was asking, will we have access to this video afterwards? And the answer is yes, because it will be up on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Awesome. And you know what? I don't do this, you guys, that often. Because I fell in love with this program so much, I did decide to become an affiliate for them. And Elizabeth is going to throw in the code. If you want to take a look at pricing, they do have a free. But if you did want to move forward and become get access to this, just click on that link there and you'll be able to get access to the paid version of it. You can create a video for free, but I don't think you can download it for free, just like WeVideo. And the pricing, oh my gosh. Okay, so with WeVideo, I'm gonna break this down for you guys. With WeVideo, I ended up purchasing the library of videos that they have. It was a $400 investment every year. Okay. And I still pay like the $150 or something it is to have access to video every year. So it's like a $550 that this program does for $10 a month, which I think is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it's like a fifth, that's like a fifth of the cost, right? Like 500 down to 100.
Yeah.
If you were to go with that. So
Wow.
that's kind of one of the cool things. Let's take a look at, is there something for pressure? I'm going to go back to my videos. I'm sure they probably have like a steam. We could even put like a pot, but let's put pressure in here and see what happens. Sometimes it'll be like weird things. You're like, yeah, no, that's only showing like weather. Oh, this guy's kind of frustrated, but we want the kid to be frustrated, not an adult to be frustrated, right? So this has like pressure, like a pressure cooker kind of thing. But what if we had like a steam from a pot, right? I don't know. Let's see if they've got anything like that. Because I think of that when I'm thinking of like pressure, like the pressure in a pot.
The
I
first
do
one
see
looks
some
promising.
pots. The first one does?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just.
It's hard to say. You just click on it and then you can see.
Yeah.
It's got steam coming on out. This one has steam coming on out.
Oh, I just saw the notice up at the top. The video will be added without any watermark. I was wondering about that because
Oh yeah.
Some of them had watermarks and I was like, "Ooh, will that be on our videos?" But
nope, sure won't. They just do that so it renders quickly.
Oh.
So look here, I'm just going to add this one with a TCAT because there's like pressure on there, right? You can let them read alone. So we can put kid reading again, kid read, what comes up. This little girl looks like she's reading alone to her little stuffed animal there. Perfect. Oh, she did have a point too about like kids reading to their stuffed animal. So that like that goes perfectly with that as well. That whole idea. I click done. Listen to audiobooks. So I'm just gonna put like listen. I'm trying to think of like what would give me an image. I've got issues with my computer, so sometimes I have to reload. And the good thing is, I think last time this happened to me and I was inside of Invideo, it had saved everything I had done. Let's see if it will not make me a liar this time and keep everything that I just did. So we're gonna click and wait. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Looks like we've got our kids. We've got the pressure. Look, we got the last one. So yeah, you got to love that. Listening to audiobooks. We can put like iPod. I don't know, like would there be something with like a kid listening to an iPod? No, not really. I'm not sure which one we could do for this one. Any ideas on what we could do here for this one?
I'm muted. I've been forgetting that a lot lately. Maybe like I don't know if they would even have any videos like this, but like I always used to listen to books like on an actual tape. So like maybe like a tape recorder of some sort, or like in the car, maybe like listening to something in the car.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Those are just two of my ideas.
Yeah, so let's go to tape recorder. Let's see. They do have some tape recorder kind of stuff. Although, okay, so let's see, like car reading. Let's do that. Car reading.
Oh yeah. Smart.
Like reading in a car. And then I kind of want kid in there too. Oh, here we've got, there's a kid. Oh, perfect. Here we go. So maybe I do this one. Kids reading in the car, like it's like he's listening.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
Play games. Oh, gotta love games. Oh, you gotta love that I can't spell.
Reading games are the best.
We're gonna put games on here. You could have sight words on there.
Wait, what?
I was trying to find one that had like games.
Oh.
We got here like they're playing like a video game.
Oh. Like VR almost.
Yeah. Get your kids excited and motivated to read. So I want like a kid jumping up and down.
Oh, we've got Matt Menken in the house.
Oh, Matt loves the video stuff. What do you think? I want to know what Matt thinks. What do you think, Matt? Is this cool? Oh, you got a kid here.
Right now we've got Tiffany Becker, Christina Alliance, Unique Phillips, and Matt Menken in the house. So
awesome. Welcome, you guys. Glad that you are here. You could even like upload like a picture of like your own kids in here. You just go to uploads and you can upload anything you want. So maybe a picture of your kids or a picture. So, I mean, that's kind of a cool thing too. So maybe your kids like reading about dinosaurs. Well, now we can kind of add dinosaurs in there. Just going to throw in a little dinosaur movie. And read about the things that your child's interested in or places you'll be visiting. So let's say we're going to go to the museum. I'm going to put museum with kids. It's great when you can have like, all right, that's not a museum. So let's just do museum and see what we get. Nope, we don't. Oh, we got, this is a museum. We'll throw it in. Let's see what it looks like. Done. And we've got try out several different genres and topics until you find one that your child likes. And again, like you don't have to even add something for every single one if you didn't want to. It could just be the words. Give them as much choice and control as possible. So let's put here choice. I'll put this one in here. It seems to go, seems to fit. Got to decide when you're making choices, right?
Yeah. Like which path to take.
Now you can also, did you notice how this is coming up on the video? I can edit that and I can move it. Now watch this. This is cool. There's this more scenes button over here. If I click on more scenes, it gives me other options of what it could look like. Or I could just move it. Like I could just drag and drop it wherever I want. So I take a look here, like, okay, I definitely want to have, because it's on the ground, I want it to be the very first one up here. Like maybe I want this one, or maybe I like this one. Let's do that. Getting a new look for your scene, click save. And that looks better than how it was showing up before. Awesome. Make reading goals with your child. So I'm going to put goals here. Usually you'll see them like a dartboard or something. Or I could even go to, oh, this says goals.
Joanne?
Oh, that might not be a good one. Yeah.
when you get a chance, could you explain the pricing again for people who just got here?
Yeah, I believe it's like $10 a month for it.
Yeah, and then there's a free option as well, I think.
There is a free option as well. I'm not sure if with the free option you can download.
Got it. Got it.
You can make as many as you want. I'm not sure though if then they charge you per element that you're adding that's not your own.
Oh.
Or if they charge based off of you have to be a member in order to download.
Got it.
You can have here encourage, you can just leave this and then use a reading incentive chart. Maybe have a picture of what the reading incentive chart looks like. We could put that inside of there. I don't know, I'm not gonna really find too much, I don't think, for like a reading chart. Take it one day at a time. Let's try that, one day at a time.
Could have like a calendar or something. No.
Oh, it could be. Look at this. I wonder if that's what this is right here. One day. Yeah, I love it.
That's
How
so
perfect
cool.
is that, right? See, this is where I geek out too. Are all these fun things. All right, comment below. So we want them to comment. This is a call to action, right? I'm gonna go into my advanced editor right now because I can actually choose in the video a call to action that will say comment, and it could like point, and it can do different things to it. So I'm gonna click here, save. So you can be as fancy or as simple as you want with it. I'm gonna go on this scene. I'm gonna go to my stickers, effects. No, stickers, it's one of them. It's stickers or effects, let's see. Call to actions. And I want comment. So I can add any of these on here. And it's going to add it. And I can make it as big as I want. All right. And now I can preview and export. You guys are going to see the final video that I have created for
Ooh.
Ashley. And of course, I'm gonna re-edit and just take off all my little logos. But this is what it is going to look like. And for those of you that want to join us for this weekend, for the website in a weekend, Elizabeth is going to put up there the link. We are going to be talking about how to create your video on your front page. So this is showing just the scene. We want to preview and export the whole thing. And was only doing the one scene before, but we want the whole entire video. Looks promising when you see the big thing come up, doesn't it? You're like, oh, it's coming. Yeah. I must have done something right.
Oops.
It's coming. I like when I see the fish. It's working hard. Very hard. It's working hard. We're going to do a little dance. Do a little dance. Mm-hmm.
I was dancing to the music
Get down
earlier.
and up. Get down and up. Remember, we were able to change the music in here. You can change the font. So if you have specific fonts that you use with your video, you can do that as well. So let's say that your brand fonts are Montserrat. You could add that in there so that the text will always be Montserrat.
The text will always be what?
So let's say you have brand fonts.
Oh.
It'll always be the same font every time you go on in there.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, it does say that it is changes you made may not be saved. Okay. I hope they are.
That's
but it's coming on up. So now it is processing it. And that does take a little bit of time for it to do. So you can actually leave at that point and then you can come back to it. But I am going to edit it some more before we leave. Not before we leave today, but today before I give it to Ashley. So I'll also send you guys a link so that you can take a look at what the finished project looks like. All right. Thanks for joining me, you guys, today. It was awesome getting to show you this new tool. I geek out when I see like really cool tools like this because I'm like, all of a sudden I start seeing the possibilities out there and I'm like, hey, it could do this and it could do that. Woo woo. I love it. So check it out. It's a pretty cool tool Invideo. There is a free option on there for you to create, design, play with, and then you can decide from there if it's an editing processor that you would like to be able to add to your tools. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining us, Elizabeth, and helping field questions that people had. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.